Hey guys, I want to talk to you about our play that we're going to be installing on Saturday, the second half of our rocket sweep. Now, if you remember, on Saturday we introduced the team to our rocket sweep idea, and that's where we have this back motion, and he's running wide, and the quarterback is taking the ball and giving him an overhand pitch. We introduced the lineman portion of this. At least we introduced it on the open side, where I was having you run flat and fast to the stovepipe. Those two terms should be okay with you. And they looked like this. Here, into the stovepipe. Here, into the stovepipe. Remember, these two guys are pretty much responsible for these two guys. We want to get around the end and seal off the linebacker. But if that defensive end crosses our face while we're going flat and fast, we just stay with him and we ride him to the sideline. We should be good with this. What I want to do now is I want to talk to you about the backside. I want to talk to you about the strong guard, strong tackle, and tight end. On the backside of this play, we are going to be running a screen to the tight end. And that's going to look like this. The tight end, which is Braden, is Brady, is Devin, you are going to set up as if you're pass blocking. And you are going to count in your head 1,000. A nice slow one, like I do when I'm timing the linemen and they're running. You have to sell that it's a pass. You set up with your pass block, and then I want you to fade right back here, replacing where that wing was. Okay so far? Now, strong tackle. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to set up like it's a pass block. 1,000. Don't rush it. You have to sell it. And after you set up as a pass block, you are going to release and block anybody to the outside. Strong guard, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to set up like it's a pass block. You have to sell it. And then you are going to release along this path and seal to the inside. Now, it's wicked important that the three of you don't rush this. You have to fool the defense into letting them think we're going to pass. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I got interrupted in the midst of that last video. But again, we were talking about the backside screen here. So what's really important is you got to sell it. You got to sell that it's a pass play, because really good teams, these linebackers, when they see you reacting like that, they're going to drop back. So you have to be kind of a magician on this and use some sleight of hand. Now, Braden, Brady, and Devin, this will not be open in the beginning of the game. But after we've run this play 100 times, these defenses are going to get lazy and they're going to ignore you. When that happens, you've got to tell me. That's when we'll call the play to be run. Okay, second thing that I want to show you. Offensive line. One of the things that we're going to do differently on this play is we're going to have some dummy plays on this. We're going to have some plays when we run this jet sweep to the side, and we're going to have the guards pull the opposite way. For example, if we're going rocket sweep right, then we won't call it that. If I call out uno, which you might know as the card game, but it's also Spanish for one. If I call out uno, the open side guard is going to pull the opposite way. If I call out dos, which is Spanish for two, then the strong side guard is going to pull out the opposite way. Now, why are we doing this? We're doing this because, at least against our offense, really well-coached teams like St. Paul's, Miles Mack, Dakota, they're going to tell their linebackers just watch the guard and follow the guards. That's what Brandon did with Alex Witoski. So we'll give them this. We'll pitch the ball this way and have the guards go the opposite way. We do lose a guard for the stovepipe, and we do possibly lose a guard here for that backside screen, but we can get by with that if it pulls some of their players in the opposite direction. Also, if I call gorilla, and gorilla means both guards leave. We're going to pull this guard here, going the opposite way, and pitch it out here. Nobody's ever done this in Canada. It's going to fool a whole lot of people and give us a nice advantage to coaches who think they can just sit on our guards. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you some game film on this now.
Our center, what we want him to do is to just reach the A gap. We're not worried about anyone blitzing through to make a tackle in the backfield. That's impossible to happen with the rocket sweep because it hits so wide, so fast. But I just don't want my quarterback being rolled up on as he's turning sideways, looking to the sideline, making that pitch right there. So our center is just simply going to reach the A gap. Our backside guard, he's going to pass set for a count, and then he's going to screen release. A couple things this does, if they are reading guards and they see pass set, we might get a pass drop from someone and slow down their pursuit. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to screen release flat towards this opposite sideline right here. Our backside tackle, same thing. He's going to pass set for a count and then screen release flat, the opposite direction of the sweep. And then our tight end on the backside right here, same thing. He's going to pass set for a count, and then he's going to screen release. Because what we're doing is we are setting up a backside screen here. And as we watch film, if they're not honoring this on the backside, we'll come back later in the game or later in the series and throw a backside screen. So here's film of it right here. Rocket sweep coming our direction. Okay, and you can see here's our screen release on the backside. Here's our guard tackle. Here's our tight end a little bit deeper. So we would see this and see they're not honoring the backside. So maybe a few plays later or in the next series, we're going to come back and run our screen on the backside there.